Hey everyone, it's Failed Chomp back at another video, and we're back on the alt account. I just wanted to give you a quick update and kind of let you know where I'm going to be headed with this account next, because we finished our first goal, which is Queen 12. And I'm pretty excited about this one because, as you all know, if you've been kind of watching all the recent updates, we actually got a Ztlin, and that's super exciting. We pulled a Valyria early on, as you all see here. We have a Ztlin, so we have two of the most important comps, or pieces of a speed Tulpa 12 comp using Ztlin. The other part would be Orac, which we also have, and we can pick up a third one from the event shop, which we will most likely do. And then we have the fourth piece, which Thomas is honestly the best option for this one because he can apply defense down 2. But we do have Borden here, and we also have Melisa. The problem with Borden, however, in this comp is he really excels on execution and just getting to that 50% HP point. But once we get to the 50% HP point with Ztlin, the whole point of that is to double the damage with the curse, so you don't actually have to do the last 50%. So little counter synergy with Borden there. So I'm inclined to use Melisa. And this is an interesting one. Again, one of the reasons why I am considering using Melisa is because she has extremely high multipliers between her ultimate and her second ability here. If we're able to apply the no positive effects with the ultimate, this second skill is going to do 200% damage, which is pretty crazy. And then on top of that, her Vanguard gives her 45% crit damage and speed, which is pretty solid. And if you happen to get the Ascension 2, we can get the 45% attack as well, which is really nice. We may end up using her. We may end up using Asrina because I can get a second one from the Covenant. I'm not quite sure yet, but we're going to find out on this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start gearing out some of these characters, actually leveling up the characters and glyphing them out. We don't really need super high glyphs here, but we do want to at least get some of these characters ready for Tulpa here, because I want to reach at least Tulpa 10 in this video, not 12. I don't think we can beat 12, but Flame Lizard's here, and we could start farming that quite a bit, getting some of those, ability crystals, and of course, in the event shop here, which I'm going to do right now, purchase our one-time full Orac here, which is awesome. Go ahead and summon that. And then maybe we should summon before we go ahead and invest. Maybe we pull, I don't know, another Melisa. Maybe we pull a Thomas, like I mentioned. So we're going to go ahead and use our shards here, just in case we end up getting something that we could end up using instead of the characters we already have. So Marion, useful for Tulpa. Okay, here we go. We ended up getting an epic here. Let's see. All right, hopefully it's actually a Melisa, so that does interest me. Actually does interest me. Very interesting. I think we will probably end up using Melisa because she has that plus 15% attack now. Maybe even consider using a potion on her. Not quite sure about that one, but we'll see. We will definitely see. So nothing else besides that, but definitely a second Melisa is not too bad. She really doesn't have many places in the game, in my opinion, but she can definitely be used in the Tulpa 12 speed comp. So, and I think with the new pull, we're going to be using Valyria and Ztlin, of course, and then Orac, and then the last one probably is going to be Melisa because of the extra 15% attack from the Ascension, and then also we could dump a potion into her for getting that extra percentage increase. So let's go ahead and start farming these glyphs, get their abilities maxed out, and get them all 6-star, and I will come back once I do so. So I went ahead and I farmed a bunch of glyphs for Orac here and for Melisa, but I have not put them on Melisa, and all the abilities, so we're going to go ahead and do that in just a second. But it's getting close to the end of the gear enhancement event. I have about 45 minutes left to complete it. It's only 2,500 points, so I'm not too worried about it. But I do want to pick up these rewards before it goes away. So we're going to go ahead and just see what gear I have. I've been trying to farm the glyphs, some more gear and stuff. So I was kind of waiting on leveling up gear until we were really close to being able to start the comp. Because if I get a better piece, then I kind of sort of wasted my resources from previous upgrading. So we're going to check out some of the pieces I have, look at some of the attack percentage boots here. I don't really have great attack percentage boots on my characters already, as you can see from this piece. It's got the crit rate, but it's got double flat attack, double defense percent roll, which was pretty poor. So we're just going to look for some other of the attack percentage boots here. And this one's crit rate, crit damage. This one's crit damage. Let's just look at the crit rates we have. This is locked. I may not do this. This one's just super, super solid. And I'm inclined to upgrade this one to at least +9. Because even if it literally rolls, I don't know, like resistance percentage or something here, we're still going to be using it. So let's go ahead and roll this one up to +9 and just see where it ends up going. If it rolls double crit rates, triple crit rate, something like that, it rolled crit rate and then double focus, which isn't bad at all. This actually might go on Melissa here because we want her to land her debuff on her ultimate so that it'll increase her second skill. So we're going to take this to +12. And we rolled another crit rate roll. Nice. That's really, really good, actually. We're going to take this immediately to +15 here. This is absolutely worth a +15. This is +15able on my main account. So definitely going to take this to +15. And we roll focus. Okay, so this is probably going to be a Melissa piece. But let's just look at some crit damage pieces that we have. So this one is speed crit rate. This one's crit rate. Let's just look at the crit rate ones we have. Is that the only one? We have some 5-star pieces here. So I'm going to upgrade this one and just see where it ends up going. +6. Hopefully it rolls crit rate. Roll flat attack and defense flat. That's fine. We have this one as well, which is attack percentage and precision. Let's upgrade this one to +6. Just real quick. Again, we're just trying to get the event done. We'll see if we actually end up using these. Okay, pretty poor rolls there. We're going to look for the crit rate rings now. It's only one crit rate ring. Okay, maybe we hold off on upgrading the crit rate rings then because we may get something better. So let's see, attack percentage. Looking for just 6-star attack percentage. This one has focus on it. Let's upgrade this one because, as I said, we want to land the debuffs on Melissa. So we rolled focus, we rolled flat defense. It's still not a great piece at all. Like, we are missing crit rate, crit damage, but it rolled double focus, which honestly, it's quite decent for Melissa. And I'll show you in just a second why we actually want this. Because it may be a little confusing for some of you. You can see here on our ultimate, applies no positive effects, and then the second skill, it deals 50% more damage if you have applied that no positive effect. So getting that extra focus on her inbuilt with the attack pieces is going to be super, super important. So definitely something that I'm looking for there. And then we're going to be looking for just crit rate, attack percentage. So upgrading this one's got focus on it as well. Wouldn't be too worried if it rolled focus, but again, we don't want too much focus. We really want that crit rate. We did roll crit rate. That's awesome. We're going to take it to +9, so I don't mind taking a +7 here. Rolled focus. Okay, another decent roll. Again, we would much prefer having crit rate here, but getting a crit or a focus here isn't going to be bad. Again, for Melissa. So +9 here. Roll defense percentage. That's fine. And then we're going to go through here, just look at some of the better pieces. Crit rate, that's crit rate attack, that's defense percent, crit rate. Okay, this is our only one of our few 6-star pieces that I'm willing to upgrade. I'm trying to steer clear of 5-star pieces right now because, again, we're going to be farming a little bit more before we actually tackle Tulpa. It's going to take us another like half a day or so, which I can get another 40 or so queen runs in, which will drastically improve our gear most likely. It rolled precision. So this is actually a really, really good piece overall. Like, it has really good substats. So I'm going to upgrade this to +9, perhaps +12 here. Rolled attack percentage. Again, this is a really solid piece here. And overall, the stats are good. So I rolled another attack percentage. Okay, that's perfect. I'm going to keep that. And then just go over the chest pieces here. Yeah, we're going to upgrade this one. That rage piece is not very good. So this one's going to go, we're going to go take this to +9. So 3 subsets that we really like. Double precision roll. That's good, but not for the early game. So I'll take it, but definitely looking for something else. Okay, rolled crit rate. So let's take this to +12 here, just making sure we didn't use any upgraded pieces or anything like that. Rolled attack percentage. Nice. Okay, so that's good. And then we're going to check out this piece, maybe this one. Okay. All right, let's just check, see how far along we are on the event, because if we finish the event, I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, I think that was the notification that we finished the event. Okay, we finished the event. Gonna go ahead and accept these rewards, and then, again, go back to glyph farming, and then meet you when I'm finished on with the glyphs, abilities, and have them at least at 5 stars. All right, so here we are, and we finished off Melisa's glyphs. I did not put the speed ones on her because she gets 45% speed from her trait here, and if we have the extra 2 speed glyphs, she's at 121 with 45% speed on top of that. She gets roughly 175 speed, which is really, really fast, actually. And we do not want Ztlin to have to get to 180 speed or whatever to try to work around this. So I just did not put the glyphs on her. And then we have Aurek's done, which I showed you earlier. And then Ztlin's mostly done. We may need to use the health and the defense glyphs later on, but we're going to just try to get as far as we can in this video. And then we may need to upgrade some more gear or farm some more gear. We don't know. I want to try to get to at least 10 or 11 here and then improve my stats later on. So I'm going to go ahead and 6-star them here, or 5-star the damage dealers, and then we'll probably 6-star them later. And then we're going to try out some gear, show you the stats, and we're going to try out some runs. All right, so here we are. We got all the characters 5-starred, and then Valeria's at 6-star. And I'm just going to go quickly through all the stats here and what I focused on. So we have a little bit of HP defense on Ztlin, 170 speed to go first, and then we have 66.5% focus. And then we have, I actually would have liked higher crit chance and just go full damage on Ztlin, but we don't have the gear quite yet. Then we have Aurek here, who's at 102.5% crit chance, 156% crit damage, and then 3.2k attack with 123 speed. We have a couple of decent pieces here, but mainly Melisa is the one with the really good pieces. She's got 3.5k attack here, 101 speed, which actually turns into roughly 146. And then we have max crit rate, 182% crit damage, and then we have 36.5% focus, which is really, really important. And then we have these pieces here, which are pretty solid in regards to some of the necks and boots here. I would have really, really liked to have a crit damage ring here, but our stats are just not quite there on the other pieces. We're really, really close. So if we just go and upgrade some pieces, or if we farm a little bit more, I think we can make it. But I'm just going to go ahead and keep testing this. I'm going to climb to, I think, stage 9, and then I'll show you guys the actual run. But the first bunch of floors is not really important. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead and then come back once I'm done with all that. So here we are, we got to stage 9, and I actually used a support character, someone's brand, to get a quest done real quick. So we do have that, but we're just going to go on and run this and kind of just showcase how it's going to end up working. Now, I'm not sure if we have enough damage. Again, we're missing 2 6-stars on our damage dealers, which are super, super important. So I'm just curious how far we can get without even 6-starring anyone. I definitely think we're going to have to 6-star in order to beat 10, 11, and 12, or at least 11 and 12. Maybe not 10, but we'll see, obviously. Now, we do have some pretty good sets on Valeria and Melisa, like I mentioned. We've swapped Evra's gear over to Valeria. I don't think I showed that, but we've seen that gear set before. It was just a simple swap, and the other ones, we kind of had to mix and match some pieces from both Valeria's previous gear set and from Zatlex's previous gear set. So you can see it's a very, very quick run. Valeria clears out the waves, then we get to the boss. Ztlin goes ahead and applies that curse effect. Melisa goes, she goes and hits pretty hard. There's the no positive effects, and then Valeria ults, does some big damage, and then Aurek comes in and then hits pretty massively with that ultimate. And then this actually might be more difficult. Getting through stage 10 and 11 actually might be more difficult than 12, because if we go farther than 50%, the boss is going to put up the shield, and then that could end up causing us to lose, which is really, really rough. But looks like this is going to be a success. We'll see. Of course, once the Tulpa takes a turn. So the shield goes up, you can see there. And then we need to have done more damage than the shield to proc. There we go. Tulpa's dead, and that is 9. So that's pretty much how the comp's going to work. I'm going to go ahead and play 10 and just show you the boss fight, because the waves are pretty simple, and see if we actually end up winning that. So here we are on the boss fight, and as you see, we're going to finish this, it looks like. Actually, maybe not. Well, we're going to get through the shield for sure, but then we just have to finish off the boss here. And we're doing a ton of damage with all of our characters right now, which is pretty awesome. I believe Aurek is still doing a little bit more than Melisa, and his damage will only go up. But Again, Melissa's not at Ascension 2. She's at 5 stars. Her being 6 stars is going to give her more value than Aurak being at 6 stars because Aurak's main damage comes from that max HP scaling. But we're going to go ahead and check out the damage charts here. That is 10 completed, and that was the goal for this episode, which is pretty cool. But we're going to go ahead and check the battle report. So there you go. Valeria obviously has way more damage. That's a little skewed because she basically hits everyone. Melissa is doing a little bit less than Aurak, but she does hit some of those waves at the beginning, so we have to keep that in mind. And then Aurak is doing a little bit more, but he also does an AoE, so it's kind of hard to judge, but they're doing similar amounts of damage, which is interesting to see. And obviously, again, Aurak's at Ascension 2, Melissa's at Ascension 1, and Melissa gets more out of her 6 star. So that's 10. Let's go ahead and try 11 here. I'm curious to see what it's going to be like, but we're going to try it, see how we go. And I will meet you at the boss fight. All right, so here we are at the boss fight, and I figured I'd just show you the whole boss fight just to see what ends up happening. So this is where it actually starts to get a little dangerous for us to see if we actually live through the fight. We'll see, and we'll see how much damage we're doing. I don't think we're going to struggle on getting to the 50% mark, but, you know, maybe I can be proven wrong here. We'll see. So we're already at 88%. Aurak's going to go and hit. Should do about 15%. Did about 14%, which is pretty nice. We have the no positive effects on, so Melissa's going to hit for another 200% damage. There's the defense down coming in. We have basic from Ztlin, and then there's the second skill for Melissa. And then there's that. Go ahead and proc that. And we're going to only be getting the Tulpa boss to 21%, so it looks like we might need a 6 star. We'll see. Because we need to be able to kill them within this round, otherwise we end up losing. So 12%, and then we have Melissa go, and she needs to do 12%. So that's going to be a fail, because the boss is going to proc the shield, as you see, and we're going to lose. So we need to be able to do at least 40-45% of the boss's HP before the shield goes up. He can take the turn, and then afterwards we can finish off the little mediocre damage with those spells refreshing, but that's going to fail this run. So it looks like we're going to need to at least improve our gear, some 6 stars. So I'm going to be working on that and try to get this comp to work, because it's really, really fun and it's really, really quick. And it's honestly decently easy to gear. Obviously, you kind of do want some crit damage rings, and we don't really have too many crit damage rings right now, so that could cause quite a few problems. But there we go. Tulpa 10 done, and then we're going to be working on this because we need to deploy 4 fire units. We're going to be working on it anyways, but that's pretty successful, I would say. I wanted to reach stage 10. I got to stage 10, and we're really, really close to beating stage 11. If I literally 6 star either of these, if I dump the Ascension on Melissa, if I were to plus up Aurak's gear here, that's plus 12 pieces, any of those things would help us beat it. Even Valeria is running, I believe, yeah, plus 12 weapon here. All of that would make it much, much better for us to complete the run. So, but I'm going to be working on that. If you want to check out the video of us beating Tulpa 12 in the future, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know what you think about this team, because I think it's pretty exciting, and I will see you for the next one.